Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. We're on day 4 here on Greengrass Isle for the first anniversary event in Pokemon Sleep. And I gotta say, I'm really excited about getting new news every day. It's a very exciting thing that I look forward to every day, and I'm eager to get into what we're gonna find out today. I know you guys already know ahead of time, but I am curious what it's going to be. Anyway, we've got 11,950 sneaky snacking that we need to get through first. 10 honey, which will be updated once that reward system is updated in August. And we're going to grab 100 sleep points, which puts me at a grand total of 233 sleep points. I am super sleep point rich right now. Let me tell you about it. Anyway, for our daily lottery, we're going to pick up, what do we got? A small dream cluster. Not bad at all. Definitely going to save that for when we get our research rank upgrade. And now, for the fun part, we can jump into this sleep report and see just exactly what we're going to get. I do know one of them. Spoiler alert, I used an incense, of course. So you could probably figure out which one it is based on the incenses I got yesterday. But, you know, let's leave it a mystery for now, I guess, somehow, in some way. Definitely looking like a slumbering. Ooh, that might actually be a balanced sleep. That's actually a pretty good one. Yes, balanced, pseudo-balanced. Not bad at all. Okay, so everything is on the board. We do have 8 spawns. We're going to get about, what is that, like 25 million? Nope, a little higher. 29, almost 29.6 million. We've got full spawns, plus an extra spawn. Maybe we'll get lucky like we did yesterday and get all 3 starters again. That's an adorable Charmander up top and a Quaxly right down there at the bottom. A new Quaxly at that. That's good. We do need those new sleep styles. If we could get all 16 of the new sleep styles this week, that would be fantastic. Those pictures went by so fast, so it looks like that Quaxly is the only new one. But we got a Bonsly, a Flaffy, a Larvitar, ooh, a Jigglypuff, another Quaxly, Diglett, Slowbro, and of course the Charmander, and the brand new Quaxly sleep style right here at the bottom, which does make sense. I don't know which of these Quaxly was my incense Quaxly, but you know what? We got 2 of them. Honestly, not the most ideal situation. We have a pretty solid Quaxly that I'm actually really happy with from yesterday's video, but we could use a better one that is triple soybean, so it's not the worst scenario. But I would have preferred Fuecoco, because that's the only one so far that we don't have a decent one of. We, of course, have the pretty decent Sprigatito already. Still could use a better one, but it will work in the meantime. And unfortunately, Hungry did not go to any of the Pokemon we need. Definitely need a better Charmander, too. Larvitar, as cool as it is seeing Larvitar, I already have 2 very good ones. And I don't know that I really want to prioritize catching another one. I didn't mean to click on that. I was trying to zoom in, but you know what? It was meant to be. Okay, well, only 3 points, but that's all right. We can go ahead and feed 1 biscuit. With any luck, we'll get a big hit. Nope, no dice. That's all right. And, ooh, well, we can still feed it again, so that's good. Very good. That means that we can also feed the other Quaxly. And maybe get set up for next time if we don't take this home today. A critical capture? Nope. All right, well, maybe we'll get a big hit. Nope. That's all right. We just need a big hit right here. That's all we need. A big hit right here would take this thing home. That's all we need. Big hit. Come on, buddy. Come on. Nope. Well, that's probably it. Surprisingly not. All right, well, let's keep on going. Let's keep on going. Nope. And now it's full. Really? Okay, well, that's the thing that happened. And I am okay with it. 2 Quaxly in the bag. All right. What can we do with you, because my Charizard is decent, but it's only like 45 PR, somewhere around there. So I really could use a better Charmander. But I don't know that I want to spend all of the biscuits on a Charmander right now. Because we do have that Beware that has Sausage at level 30. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna leave it there. Yeah, I'm gonna leave Charmander there. That'll set it up so that if we have nothing else, we can use a bonus biscuit on it and take it home. I don't want to spend too many Poke Biscuits on a Charmander that isn't a super high priority. And I think I'm gonna do the same with Larvitar. While we do have two pretty decent ones, they don't have the most ideal ingredient spread for either of them. So in light of what I was saying in yesterday's video, where ingredient spread is significantly more important, well, maybe not significantly, but slightly more important than the sub-skills, I think we should go ahead and try to catch this. And since it got a big hit, I'm gonna go ahead and take it home. Wasn't planning to do that, but gotta be adaptable, gotta be ready to change things up on the fly. All right, so we're only gonna catch those 3 today. I'm done feeding biscuits. There's not really a point to feeding the 2 that are hungry. Dugtrio is not even really that helpful right now and is definitely gonna get outclassed pretty soon. Flaffy, we already have a really good Ampharos, so yeah, not really a point to spend any biscuits on those. So we're just gonna go ahead and move on and be done with it and be happy with our 2 little Quaxly. Now see, here's the question. Here's the interesting question. Do we still send out more Quaxly candy because they're new, brand new, and try to help people stock up on their Quaxly? Or do we send out the Larvitar candy because Larvitar is rare and a pseudo-legendary? This is an interesting question. I want you guys to let me know what you would do in this situation. For now, I'm gonna run with the Larvitar candy because it's the rarer spawn, and I feel like most people are gonna be sending out new starter candy this week anyway. So any extra Larvitar candy that can be sent out, I think, and Dratini candy for that matter, any of the rare spawn candy that can be sent out will probably be helpful amongst the sea of new starter candy. So that's why I'm picking this one, but let me know in the comments below if you think that was the right choice or not, because I'm genuinely curious on if I made the right decision. I want to make sure that I make the right decision going forward. But we are gonna grab almost 7,000, about 6,900 Dream Shards. Very nice. All right, and now we got our boy Quaxly. And we've got level 13 in Adamant. That's not what we want to see. Watch this one be exactly perfect except for the nature. Triple soybeans. All right. Moving on. Skill trigger ingredient. Okay. Skill trigger ingredient finder. Ingredient finder M at that. Next. Berry finding. Ooh. Ooh. Ingredient finder S. This is a very confused Quaxly and helping speed S. Okay. Ingredient finder, let's see. Where are we at? Adamant is gonna be under speed of help and ingredient finding down. All right, well, this is gonna be an interesting one. This is definitely what I would call a hybrid Pokemon. Yeah, that makes sense. Ingredient Finder does a lot of work though, apparently. Puts it at 25. Or 58 at level 25. Wow. Can't speak good. Let's see, Berry Finding actually still kind of high at 66 at level 50. Kind of surprising. Definitely gonna want an inventory up. That would have been really nice instead of that extra ingredient finding, but that extra ingredient finding is probably just balancing out the adamant nature. This one is something that I think could be very usable even with that nature, because the speed of help will still help get ingredients, and luckily we have ingredient finder M, which is a doesn't tell me the percentage boost, but it is a percentage boost to find ingredients. question is, does it outweigh? Let's go check the natures real fast while that finishes up. Does it outweigh adamant? Ooh, so it's a 20% decrease for the nature, but for the sub skills, how much does M increase? Boost the likelihood of this Pokemon finding ingredients. Is that a 36% chance? Is that what that means? Boost, hold on, let me see. Boost the number of dream shards you earn from sleep research by 6%, and then it says 6 there. I'm assuming that's what this means, without digging into the documents and spending who knows how long trying to find that answer. That's my assumption. If I'm incorrect, again, let me know in the comments below, but my assumption is that that's a 36% increase to find ingredients, and that's an 18% increase to find ingredients for Ingredient Finder Small. So if that's the case, we really only get a 16% increase from Ingredient Finder M, but I'm pretty sure that this is going to be, I always get confused on multiplicative and additive, but I think multiplicative is the right term here. I'm pretty sure this is going to be a multiplicative thing where you take that 0.8 and then multiply that by 0.36. Yeah, I don't know. That's speculation, but we are coming out in the positive for sure, especially once we get to level 75. This is still a very nice Quaxly at a PR of 69 for ingredient count A. If we look at total strength, though, that actually could be really interesting. So let's see a total strength. Kind of surprising that it dips down there. Because with charge strength, that's actually really good. We do want that. I don't know. I have a feeling this could be a very good Quaxly in practice. May not be that good on paper, but maybe in the long term, once we get to level 50, probably even 60 when we get soybeans, the final soybean unlock. Yeah, I'm thinking in practice, this is actually a really good Quaxly, and I kind of think this might be the one. That's just kind of what I'm feeling, because even with this adamant nature, dropping ingredient finding down, with ingredient finding M and S, we're still higher on ingredient finding. We still have a boost. Plus we've got berry finding, which could be very beneficial when Suicune comes around, because berry finding is only level 50. We can definitely get level 50 for when Suicune comes around. And if we are, oh, and we'd have charge strength for Suicune too. This could be a very good Quaxly. I definitely think this is the one I'm going to keep. I'm going to keep this one specifically for sure, but this might actually be the one I really want. There's definitely better out there. You definitely could have better sub skills and natures, but this is a really good one, I think. Unless I'm just thinking about this completely wrong, but I think this is a really good one. Yeah. Oh, I forgot total strength doesn't go to 100. I'm sitting here trying to wait for it to go to 100. It doesn't do that. 94 probability of catching a better one, 1.66%, and relative strength is 60%, up 59.57 to be exact. Yeah, I think this is a really good one. I think this is a really good one, and a total PR of 68. I don't think this is as bad as 68. Yeah, this is a good one. I'm happy with this one. We're gonna save this one for sure. So that, between this Quaxly and the one we got yesterday, I don't know that this next Quaxly can really do much better. I think we pretty much are mostly done with Quaxly hunting. It is now not the priority, level 14 in Sirius though. Maybe this will change things up. I think Fuecoco, getting a good Fuecoco is our next priority. Ooh, double bean and oil. That's not great. That's possibly the second worst combination. I think oil is the one thing we really didn't want in a Quaxly. So this one might be going straight to the professor. Let's check and see what the sub skills are. Maybe that will redeem it. I mean, skill level up S and helping speed M is a good start. Ingredient finder is very good. Skill trigger is very good. If we could get helping bonus, well, we got helping speed. This one's not bad either. Serious nature, yeah, that's neutral. I don't know why I didn't put that together already. Let's, you know what? Let's just go with total ingredient strength on this one. Let's not focus on only soybeans. Let's do total ingredient strength. This might be really good. At the very least, it may be something we hold on to, and maybe there's a recipe down the road that needs soybeans and oil that this could be good for. That's always a possibility. But I definitely think the other two Quaxley we've caught so far are better. So, let's see how it goes. Because so far, it's looking pretty decent. So far. I just noticed they changed these. These are no longer white for the neutral natures. Red for the positive, blue for the negative. I think that's in line with the main series games. The natures show up with red positive, blue negative. I think. Don't know. Been a hot minute since I've really paid attention to natures in the main series. My Pokemon breeding days are long behind me. Let's see. I mean, 30.4 relative strength is pretty good, but a 51% probability of catching a better one at level 75. Which does make sense, because the oil is not the best. We can see we took a little bit of a dip there because of the oil at level 60. But still not bad. Yeah, I think we're gonna save this one too and just hold on to it. This won't be one I invest in now, but we're gonna hold on to it. It may be something we could use in the future. Maybe. Go ahead and throw that one in the box. And I really was hoping it would be done with level 100 right now, but it's taking its sweet time. I don't know if it's my internet or the website, but the website the last few days, it's probably the website just being bombarded by all the traffic from the event. So that's probably what's taking a while. But let's see, helping speed is going to give it a little bit of a buff, but it's still only going to be around that 65-ish PR, maybe 70, maybe. Come on, buddy. Finish up. We're almost there. You almost made it. Almost. P8. So, oh, 60. Did not give as much of a boost as I thought it would. Okay, well, at least we know. So this is definitely, out of the ones that I've caught, this is the least interesting one. But that's all right. That means we've caught two really good ones. Let's go ahead and move on. We've got one more Pokemon to check on, and that's going to be our boy Larvitar. Level 14 and Bashful. Ooh, what's Bashful? Is that neutral as well? I don't remember. That's a very, very good ingredient spread. It's not exactly the one I want. I don't think I have a triple ginger Larvitar yet, but this is a pretty good one. I feel like soybean and ginger, if they aren't already in a recipe now, they have a pretty high likelihood of being combined in a recipe at some point, so that's not bad. I'm kind of happy with this one, with this ingredient spread. Let's see how the sub skills work out. We've got Skill Trigger, which is a fantastic start. We've got Ingredient Finder, which is another fantastic start. Helping bonus, even better. Skill level up, even better. And Helping Speed. I mean, Bashful is just going to ruin it, though, I think. Well, maybe not. Its main skill chance up, maybe? No, it's neutral. Cool. So, all right, well, this is very good Larvitar. I'm trying to think what I would even want to make this better. The only thing is that we're going to have to invest some sub-skill seeds in it, but it's got a really nice base starting place, so I'm kind of all right with it. With a pseudo, I don't really mind needing to invest a couple of seeds. Yeah, this is turning out to be a pretty good day for the catches. The worst one out of the three, I think, is the second Quaxley, and even that was still pretty good. Why do we take a huge dip? Oh, well, because skill trigger. Yeah, that makes sense. I was wondering why we had a huge dip here, but ingredient strength doesn't care about skill triggers. But in my opinion, skill triggers, particularly this one, is very helpful because it keeps our boy at a high energy so that he can earn ingredients faster. So that's good, in my opinion. Helping bonus at level 50 is very nice. We did get a huge bump there. Ingredient Finder S at 25. If that was M, it would probably be up here, in my opinion. That's what I think it would bump it up to. And we get a free level up at level 75. So we've got a charge energy level 4, which I think is like 21 energy or something. I'm trying to remember what level Victory Bell's main skill is at, and I think it's around 4. So it may be around 21, but I don't remember exactly. Victory Bell may be at level 5. Maybe it's a little less, but either way, a free level on the main skill, that's pretty good. It would be better if main skill seeds were a little more prevalent in the game, but we're also not really using a Larvitar at the moment, and for ginger and soybeans, I don't know if we're going to anytime soon. I mean, ginger definitely helps with the, I think it's the curry. I think we need it for Inferno Kima curry, so it definitely helps there. But, come on, buddy. Finish up that level 100. 34% probability of catching a better one at 75? Is that just because skill level up is there and not ingredient finding M? Maybe. That's my guess. I don't know what else you really want other than helping speed M. Ingredient finder M, helping speed M. Really the only things missing from an ingredient finding perspective. Well, the nature too. The nature could be better. But come on, buddy. We're saving you either way. Level 14 again. I'm saving you either way. I just want to know what that final PR is. That's all I need. There we go. 67 PR. Funny enough, all of them around the same total PR, but I definitely think that Quaxley, that first Quaxley, is way better than 60. I think it was 69 PR. So I think that Quaxley is way better, but all in all 3 Pokemon, very good finds. Not perfect finds, but very good. So I'm happy with the way this all turned out. A good one. Good day. Good day in Pokemon Sleep. All right, let's move on. My device is currently offline, which is super weird, but okay, whatever, buddy. All right, anyway, we're back. We've got another 1,368 sneaky snacking while we were gone. Let's see. Let's go ahead and check on our new news for today, because that's what I really want to know about. Day 4. All right, updates to gameplay coming soon. Our announcement for Day 4 is about changes to gameplay. To make Pokemon Sleep easier to play, we plan to make the following additions and adjustments during an update in early August. Okay, a lot of stuff coming in early August. Adjustment that allows helper Pokemon with the skills specialty to bank main skill uses. Ooh, that could be interesting. Currently, for all helper Pokemon, a main skill will not trigger again until it has been used once. After this adjustment, Pokemon with the skill specialty will be able to bank up to 2 uses of their main skill. Okay. After this adjustment, when you tap on a Pokemon with a magnifying glass over its head on the home screen, if the Pokemon has the skills specialty, specifically skill specialists, it will sometimes use its main skill twice at one time. Oh, Pokemon that don't have the skills specialty can only bank 1 use of their main skills. You can see your helper Pokemon's specialty in the upper right of the Pokemon details screen. From the home screen, tap Pokemon, then Pokemon box, then on an individual Pokemon. That's interesting. So you don't get to bank it and use it when you want, per se. Like, you don't get to click on the Pokemon and then it's like, hey, do you want to use this now or later? You don't get to choose when it's used, but like Gardevoir, for example, I could wake up in the morning and have 2 skill triggers for an additional 36 energy for everybody first thing in the morning. That's a really, really interesting thing to happen. And that means that having a healer is going to be having a good healer that can proc twice overnight is going to be a very, very big thing to help a lot of people once you have the room for a healer that can do that. I think that's going to be a huge difference. I'm trying to think if this could be a bad thing, and I don't know why it would be necessarily. I mean, energy for everyone is fine. Charge energy is fine. I don't see any reason to be upset about that. Extra tasty chance, of course, getting double of those is fine. Increased pot space, yeah, that's a good thing. I don't know why having double would be a bad thing necessarily, unless you struggle for ingredients and you just can't help but fill the pot instead of holding back a little bit. I mean, I'm trying to think of a situation where this is a bad thing, and nothing is coming to mind. Charge strength, yep, that's fine. Both small and medium. Dream Shard Magnet, sure, why not? Extra helpful, why not? If you have if you're running Raikou, Entei, or soon Suicune, getting 2 of those in the morning, why not? Ingredient Magnet, yeah, that's fine. Metronome, maybe. I mean, Metronome, such a weird one. I feel like nobody ever talks about it. I forgot it was even in the game, to be honest with you. Yeah, and then Tasty Chance and Helper Boost, why not? Yeah, I don't see why this would be a bad thing. I mean, it's just something that skill specialists get to do, which is good because it differentiates them a little bit more from the other Pokemon. And it actually makes them feel like they have a useful ability as a skill specialist that the others don't. So, and it's in line. I mean, berry specialists get 2 berries at a time. Ingredient specialists get typically double the ingredients. So why not double skills? I mean, yeah, that makes sense. I think this is an all-around a big win. So that's a good one. Adjustment to game function when you edit your team. After the adjustment, let's see if this fixes what I think it's going to fix. After the adjustment, whenever you change which Pokemon are on your team, even if you only change one Pokemon, any banked main skills that are ready to be used for any of the Pokemon on your team will be canceled. After the adjustment, whenever you change which Pokemon are on your team, even if you only change one Pokemon. Oh, okay. I didn't understand that the first time. Oh, okay. I see what they're doing. I think I see what they're doing. We're going to use Gardevoir for the example again, because I think that's mainly what they're targeting. They don't want you to wake up, have a skill trigger on Gardevoir, have the team that you had on the Pokemon that you had on your team overnight. They were just low-level Pokemon you were trying to get some XP for, and then you switch in your main team for the day, then collect the skill trigger and start off with a really strong team for the day. I think that's what they're trying to nerf right here. We're making this adjustment to prepare for a wide variety of main skills that we plan to implement in the future. So this might be a thing that I could definitely see people being unhappy about this one. And I get why they're doing it, just to keep things a little bit more in line with their vision. It's gonna suck, but I feel like if the adjustments they're bringing balance it out and make it worthwhile, then sure, that's fine. Unless the adjustment they're talking about, we're making this adjustment to prepare for a wide variety of main skills that we planned it. I mean, this sounds like new main skills, though. This doesn't sound like the double the banked skills. This sounds like new main skills that are coming that may need to be pre-nerfed in a way. So, I don't know. I think it depends on what main skills we get in the future. So this one, it kind of sucks, but it's not the worst. I'm all right with it at the end of the day. The addition of 3-star sleep styles to the sleep styles that can be discovered on Greengrass. We plan to add some 3-star Pokemon sleep styles to the sleep styles that can be seen during sleep research on Greengrass Isles, further crowding the spawn pools. So that's fun. I mean, I'm not super thrilled with that one, but also we only go to Greengrass during events now, so it's gonna suck during the events to have a super crowded spawn pool, but ultimately it's not the worst. And then increase to strength gains from certain dishes. The strength gains from some dishes that don't require many ingredients will be increased slightly, which is going to be good for new players. So yeah, that's pretty good. These are gonna be some interesting changes. This is definitely the announcement of the week so far, where I am most thinking, all right, we're just gonna have to wait and see how things are gonna play out to see how good this is gonna be, other than the banked main skills. I think the banked main skills for skill specialists is a fantastic change. I am all aboard on that one. The rest, we're just gonna have to wait and see. Yeah, so let's go ahead and move on. Very interesting stuff being announced today. All right, let's go ahead and check our community reports. We should have about 44. I keep splitting the difference every time. Anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. That doubled up. Very good. Very, very good. No level ups today, but that's all right. All right. Now let's go ahead, 352 sneaky snacking. Let's just make a quick breakfast because it's almost the end of lunchtime now that we had whatever those issues were where I just completely lost my my phone service for some reason. Let's make a moo moo milk. A warm moo moo milk. Not gonna add anything to it because we're only making it because we have a mission to cook a certain number of times. And get a little bit of XP on it, you know, a little bit there. Not much, but every little bit adds up. Plus, it's a little more interesting than just a singular ingredient mixed dessert. I forget what they call the mixed dessert. Is it just mixed dessert? It might be. Anyway, we're gonna make that. Again, we're not really trying to grow too quickly here. So that's fine. We'll go ahead and see. Plenty of herbs. Oh, nope, don't leave one on the table. Plenty of herbs. Should be plenty of milk and cocoa. I love this Blastoise. It is so good. I'm actually getting very close to a full ingredient inventory, so we might look at that. Look at that pincer. For those of you in the Discord, you know what that pincer did to me yesterday, and now you see in a video, 90% berries. That pincer's got to go. We need a better honey gatherer. Decent amount of eggs and tomatoes. We really need a better honey gatherer. Let's go ahead and burn this skill trigger here. And I think we're in a pretty good spot. Probably gonna drop everybody but Pincer and Abomasnow. Well, yeah, probably gonna drop all three of them. All right, now for another fun part of our day. Get out of the way, Dragonair. I can't click on a box. No, not click on this box because Dragonair is in the way. No, not lunch, not lunch. Dragonair, you are gonna have to move. All right, we're just gonna have to go to the menu, come back. Hopefully Dragonair's out of the way. Abomasnow, you better not get in the way. I see you. All right, so what did we get today for our dream gift? We got, 10,000 dream shards. Very nice. I like that. Not the most exciting gift we've gotten so far, but I will gladly take more dream shards because you can never get enough of them in this game. Speaking of 10,000 dream shards, we get another 10,000 for feeding 15 biscuits, and we get 5 biscuits back for going to bed on time 3 times. Still need to use a few more incense, but we'll definitely get that done by the end of the week. And then we, cook 17 times for more dream shards. Give berries for dream shards, 381 of the favorite berries. Maybe I'll swap in Magnemite or something that needs a little bit of extra. I don't know. I forget all the favorite berries. I think we have blueberries this week. I don't remember. Going to bed on time, and then we need to use some candies to get some free diamonds, which we definitely need to make sure we do. I'm hoping to use them on one of our new starter Pokemon. Probably gonna be hold on, let me say this correct. Meowscarada. But I'm just not 100% convinced that the one I caught is the one I want to invest in just yet. I would like to catch more Sprigatito, see if we can get something better, but the one we have now is pretty good. I'm happy to invest in it if we don't catch a better one. So we'll just have to wait and see how that goes. For now, we do need to swap these guys out, get something a little bit different going. Let's see, who can we get for some XP? Who needs some XP? That's also not going to just really burn through the ranks. You could use some XP. You're a pretty good Ghastly, actually. Possibly my best Ghastly. Yeah, I think you could use some XP. And you know who else could use some XP? The beautiful... Question is, which one is it? I really should have been keeping up with naming these. I think both of them. It's you. You're the one that I was thinking about investing in. 60 Sprigatito candy. A lot more than the 20-something I had yesterday. I'm pretty sure it's you that needs some XP. And we might as well get some free XP on that Quaxley. One, though, that's the question. We have a couple. Maybe this one. Either this one or this one. Probably this one first. Probably this one first, yeah. I have a feeling that even though the other one has leaks at level 60, that this one with its sub-skills and nature, even though it's a technically negative nature, I think this is going to be fine. So we're going to let those two just kind of hang out on the... Well, those three, actually. We're going to let those three hang out on the team. We're going to keep Abomasnow. What do I even do with this pincer, to be honest with you? We have got to find... Not Coco. Something better for Honey. Because, this ain't working. This pincer just ain't it, Chief. If that was triple Honey, this Butterfree would be perfect for what I'm trying to do. It does have Ingredient Finder. If this was triple Honey, that would be even better. I would love a triple Honey. That's what we need. That's what I need to find. I need to find a Honey Bulbasaur. That is probably the next high priority, because we're going to need it for Suicune, for my plan to work. Technically not an ingredient specialist, but it tries to be. I really... mean... Maybe you? Maybe? If I leveled you up a little bit? You know what? Let's just leave Pinsir on the team. It does actually serve a purpose right now. We do need to feed Snorlax a certain number of berries to finish that mission. It's bringing in berries, but it's one of the weaker berries, and at least I think Lum berries are one of the weaker ones. And if it doesn't bring me berries, it brings me honey only. So let's just leave it on the team. Maybe it does serve a function. But for now, this is where we're gonna leave the team for now. I think we're in a really good spot. We had a really good day on our catches. A lot of them very good. Well, a lot of them, all of them, very good in their own rights. The news, very interesting. Very interesting. Like I said, the skill specialist buff I think is fantastic. The rest of the news, I'm just gonna kind of have to wait and see to really determine how I feel about it. But let me know how you feel about all the news in the comments below. Thank you for watching the video. While you're down there leaving me a comment to let me know what you think, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Huge shout out to our ace trainers. We've got Flightmaster, Illusion, JP, and Waite. Thank you for supporting the channel. If you'd like to also support the channel, go ahead and click that join button next to the subscribe button. While you're down there, go ahead and click that description box and join us in the Discord if you want to continue the conversation about Pokemon Sleep and other video games. There's a bunch of cool people over there hanging out, having a good time. Other than that, y'all have a good night, and until next time, later, dudes.